Stop throwing away one of the most powerful tools for your chickens. I'm serious. Every time you dump fireplace ash, every time you toss leftover lump charcoal, you might be throwing away free flock insurance. Most chicken keepers spend money fixing problems that could have been prevented. Mites, ammonia smell, weak shells, wet bedding, digestive issues, respiratory stress, and they fix them with powders, sprays, supplements, deodorizers, chemical treatments. But what if two materials you already have could handle most of that? Today I'll show you why charcoal works, why wood ash works, the exact ratios I use, the mistakes that can harm your flock, and what changed in my coop within weeks. No hype, no miracle claims, just practical flock management. Stay until the end because I'll also explain when you should not use ash or charcoal. Most people skip that part. Let's start with why this works. Why modern chicken keeping got complicated. Backyard chicken keeping used to be simple. Farmers didn't have synthetic deodorizers, commercial parasite dusts, industrial supplements. They used what they had: ash from wood stoves, charcoal from cooking fires.
Soil, sand, and their flock survived and produced. Then commercial agriculture convinced us we needed special formulas, branded additives, chemical solutions for everything. Now every small problem feels like a purchase. But chickens are simple animals. Give them dry space, clean air, balanced nutrition, ability to self-maintain, and they thrive. Charcoal and ash support exactly those fundamentals. Part 1. What charcoal actually does. Let's separate fact from exaggeration. Charcoal is not magic. It is carbon with structure. That structure is pores. Those pores create surface area. Surface area allows binding. That's why activated charcoal is used in certain poisoning cases in humans. It binds substances in the digestive tract before they're absorbed. We're not replacing veterinary care, but in chickens, small amounts of crushed natural charcoal can bind mild toxins, stabilize digestion, improve stool quality, reduce certain odors. Digestive stability. Chickens eat aggressively. They eat rotting plant matter, half-spoiled scraps, random weeds, and insects that ate something questionable. When digestion gets irritated, you'll see
loose droppings, bloating, lethargy, drop in egg production. After I began offering crushed charcoal free choice, I noticed more consistent droppings, fewer random digestive slowdowns, less fluctuation in laying. Nothing dramatic overnight, but steady improvement, and steady is what you want in livestock. Ammonia control. This one surprised me most. Ammonia forms from uric acid in droppings. When bedding gets damp, decomposition accelerates. That sharp smell, that's ammonia. High ammonia levels can irritate eyes, damage respiratory lining, reduce growth, and lower egg production. Ventilation is always priority, but charcoal helps by absorbing moisture, absorbing ammonia gases. When I mixed about 10% crushed charcoal into my deep litter bedding, the difference was obvious after the first rain. Normally, after wet weather, the coop would smell heavy. With charcoal in the bedding, much cleaner air. Chickens stayed inside comfortably. Respiratory symptoms dropped over time. That's not coincidence, that's air quality. Part 2. What wood ash does. Wood ash is mineral-rich and extremely dry. It contains
calcium, potassium, trace minerals, and it pulls moisture out of its environment. That makes it powerful in a coop setting. Dust bathing, natural parasite control. Chickens dust bathe instinctively. If they don't have a proper dust bath, they'll dig one. Why? Because dust bathing controls mites, controls lice, maintains feather condition, and reduces excess oils. Fine wood ash works extremely well for this because it's dry, it's fine, it penetrates feathers, and suffocates external parasites. Before using ash baths consistently, I had seasonal mite issues. Every summer, bare patches, irritated skin, reduced laying. Commercial powders worked temporarily. Ash baths worked continuously. Once I created a permanent ash-based station, mite outbreaks stopped. Feather condition improved. Birds looked calmer. They were managing themselves. That's the key. You want systems where chickens self-maintain. Eggshell strength. Eggshells are mostly calcium. Layer feed provides calcium, but high-producing hens can demand more. Wood ash contains calcium in a form chickens can peck at. I do not mix it large amounts into feed. I offer it in dust bath mix, lightly in nesting boxes, and occasionally free choice in a small container. After doing this consistently, soft shells became rare, and shell thickness improved during peak lay. Again, not magic, but measurable. Moisture control. Wet bedding causes bacteria growth, odor, parasite development, and faster litter breakdown. Ash absorbs moisture aggressively. A light sprinkle in nesting material keeps it dry longer. Mixed lightly into litter, it slows moisture buildup. Dry bedding equals healthier coop. Simple equation. My turning point. Let me tell you exactly when I became convinced. I was frustrated. I was spending monthly on deodorizers, parasite powders, supplements, and still fighting ammonia smell, mites, occasional digestive upsets. I had ash sitting in a metal container from my wood stove. I had lumped charcoal from grilling. Instead of throwing it away, I built a dust bath. 50% soil, 40% sifted ash, 10% crushed charcoal. Within 2 weeks, chickens were dust bathing aggressively, feather shine improved, coop odor reduced, mites disappeared. Egg production increased slightly, about 1 to 2 extra eggs per week across the flock. Small increase, but over a year, that adds up. That's when I stopped buying half the products I used to rely on. Exact application guide. Let's get practical. Step 1. Preparing wood ash. Only use ash from untreated natural wood. Never use ash from pressure-treated lumber, painted wood, plywood, particle board, or furniture scraps. Toxins concentrate in ash. If you're unsure, don't use it. Preparation. 1. Ensure ash is completely cool. 2. Sift through metal sieve. 3. Remove chunks and debris. 4. Store dry. You want fine powder. Step 2. Preparing charcoal. Use natural lump charcoal only. No briquettes. Briquettes contain binders and additives. Process. 1. Place lump charcoal in a bucket. 2. Crush with hammer. 3. Aim for small granules, not dust. 4. Wear a mask.
Store dry. That's it. Step 3. Dust bath setup. My ratio, 50% soil or sand, 40% wood ash, 10% crushed charcoal. Depth, 10 to 15 centimeters minimum. Location, dry, some sunlight, protected from rain. If it gets wet, refresh it. If it compacts, loosen it. Watch how chickens use it. They'll tell you if it's working. Step 4. Bedding mix. Deep litter system. Add crushed charcoal at roughly 10% by volume. Example, 10 buckets shavings, 1 bucket charcoal. Mix evenly. Do not overdo it. Too much charcoal makes litter too dusty. Step 5. Nesting boxes. Light dusting of ash only. Thin layer. Purpose: dry nesting material, minor calcium access, discourage parasites. Not thick piles, moderation. Common mistakes that can harm your flock. Pay attention here. This is where people mess up. Mistake 1. Contaminated ash. This is serious. Treated wood ash can poison birds. If you're unsure of the source, do not use it. Mistake 2. Overfeeding ash. Ash is alkaline. Too much can disrupt mineral balance or alter gut pH. Never mix large amounts into feed. Offer free choice instead. Mistake 3. Using briquettes. Avoid them. Always natural lump charcoal. Mistake 4. Wet dust baths. Wet ash clumps.
Clumped ash doesn't work. Keep it dry. Refresh regularly. Mistake 5. Thinking this replaces good management. Charcoal and ash are support tools. They do not replace balanced feed, clean water, ventilation, or biosecurity. They enhance good management. They don't fix neglect. Long-term impact I've seen. Overextended use, reduced parasite outbreaks, cleaner air, stronger shells, lower expenses, and less intervention. My flock feels stable, less drama, less constant fixing. That's valuable. Cost savings breakdown. Before, monthly spending on Coop products. After, nearly zero recurring purchases for deodorizing, parasite dust, or minor digestive supplements. If you save even $30 per month, that's $360 per year. Over 5 years, $1,800. For backyard keepers, that matters. For larger flocks, even more. Environmental impact. You're closing a loop. Burn wood, collect ash, use in coop, compost enriched litter later. No extra packaging, no transport emissions, no plastic containers. Simple systems scale better long term. When you should not use ash or charcoal. Important. Avoid use if you burn treated wood, if your coop is already extremely dusty, birds show irritation from fine particles, or you rely solely on this instead of proper parasite control in severe infestations. Use judgment. Observe birds. Adjust as needed. Final thoughts. Charcoal and wood ash are not trendy hacks. They are traditional, practical tools. Used properly, they improve air quality, reduce parasites, support digestion, strengthen shells, lower costs. Start small. Test one dust bath. Track results for 30 days. Watch feather condition, droppings, eggshell strength, and coop odor. Let evidence guide you. If it works for your setup, scale it. If not, adjust ratios. Chicken keeping doesn't have to be complicated. Often the simplest inputs produce the strongest systems. Try it. Observe, refine, and let your flock show you the results. Because healthier birds aren't built from expensive products. They're built from smart management. And sometimes the smartest tool is the one you are about to throw away. Before you go, make sure you subscribe for more practical poultry management content. And drop a comment below. Have you used ash or charcoal before? What results did you see? Or what challenge are you currently facing in your coop? Let's build a community where we share real experience and learn from each other. Subscribe. Comment your experience. Keep improving your flock the smart way.